Hi folks, welcome to Oakridge Outdoors. My name is Craig Robbins and thank you for stopping by. Oakridge Outdoors would not be made possible without our fine sponsors like Robbins Scents, Tenzing Backpacks, Oakridge Game Calls, True Timber Camo, Hoghead Knives, and Hawk Optics. And of course, you the listener are very much a part of what we do here at Oakridge Outdoors. We thank you for stopping by and visiting with us today. Robbins Scents, the freshest scents on the market today. One of the only companies, the first company, that actually has a use-by date on it. Just like the milk and the orange juice you buy in your local grocery store, all of Robbins Scents has a use-by date right on the scent bottle itself. Whether you're looking for straight doe urine, straight buck urine, you're looking for a buck tarso, buck and rut, doe in heat, or magic scrape. Magic Scrape is a combination of different scrapes, different scents from different deer are only used when you have big deer in the area. If you've got a big buck in the area, you want to get him into archery range, Robbins Scents Magic Scrape will work just for you. Check it out at robbinscents.com or at your local retailer. Hi folks, welcome back to Oakridge Outdoors Podcast. I'm with a new good friend of mine. We are standing on the front porch of the Athenaeum Hotel on the grounds of Chautauqua Institution and overlooking beautiful Chautauqua Lake. We just finished up, just finishing up a conference, the Association of Great Lakes Outdoor Writers Association. Jim is here with Humminbird. Jim, welcome to Chautauqua County.
Thank you very much, Craig. It's my first time fishing the area, and my first experience has been a really positive one on a lot of different levels, and thank you very much for having us as corporate sponsors, and also to gather some content for some freelance stuff that I do.
Jim, I tell you what, Hummingbird's got a lot of cool stuff going on. You had an opportunity to spend a little bit of time on Chautauqua Lake over the last 3 days. Tell us about your experience of fishing on Chautauqua.
Well, the fishing was really fantastic. First of all, Chautauqua is a really large body of water. We've had kind of a late spring, so the water temps were, low 50s, mid 50s. We had fish in transition, but it was really kind of a grand slam situation. We were able to catch a lot of species and a lot of really quality fish. Big smallmouth, nice largemouth, giant crappies, and some really quality walleyes. And a lot of these fish were caught in relatively the same areas with some of the same presentations. So it's a bonus fishery that has a lot to offer.
I actually heard tell and actually only saw one picture. My understanding there was 3 muskellunge caught on Chautauqua Lake. Of course, muskie season is not in full bloom here, third Saturday in June here on Chautauqua Lake. And I would say I believe all the fish obviously were released and put back, whether they were crappie, which are in season now. Our catch and release bass season isn't full blow right now, but our muskie season does not start for another month or so. Walleye, 7-pound walleye was caught. It was, like you said, a smorgasbord. I mean, everybody did great. You're with Humminbird, so let's talk about what's going on in Humminbird. It's enough about the fishing right now. Let's talk about what's happening in Humminbird and what's some of the new things coming up with Humminbird.
Well, Humminbird really is committed to innovation on a lot of different levels. We've changed the platform this year. We've added some new products that are touchscreen called Onyx and Ion, but they're not only touchscreen, they have multi-gesture control, something called cross-touch. So besides having touchscreen, you also have traditional touchpad control. So if you're in bad weather, if you're in big waves, if you've got fish slime on your hands, you can either control your unit by touch or with the joystick control. It's really fantastic. They have really fast processors, side imaging, down imaging, 2D sonar, high definition chart plotting. You can use 360 imaging with these units. Also integrates with Minn Kota iPilot Link for the ultimate in boat control. It's a complete and total fishing system between Minn Kota, Humminbird, and Lake Master.
I had a chance to peek over some shoulders during breakout day when you were demonstrating doing a demo on one of the units. And which one were you playing with there? It was absolutely amazing. It was actually like looking at my laptop computer that was totally a fish screen. It was absolutely amazing.
Yes, Craig, what you saw was the new Humminbird Onyx 10 SI combo. Okay, that's the largest of the family currently. It's 10-inch screen. Again, you've got touch screen and traditional touchpad control. Has side imaging, down imaging, 2D sonar, chart plotting on board. It's powerful. It's customizable, infinitely customizable, and easy to use. You know, if you can operate a smartphone, you can operate a Humminbird touchscreen unit. That's what we tell people.
Well, it was phenomenal. A lot of the outdoor writers and even a lot of the guides on the lake were impressed with the equipment that they were able to check out. If somebody was looking for information, obviously we have dealers and different retail stores, but
so we're helping them just like we're helping you guys.
If somebody was looking for information about Humminbird, I would, probably the website, probably the best place to start out.
Of course, www.humminbirdnog.com. That's the best place to start.
Jim, it was definitely a pleasure having you here, fishing my office.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I spent some time in your office this morning, throughout the whole week. I personally, had a grand slam myself, caught a lot of nice fish. I would come back here in a heartbeat. The steelheading, Lake Erie, which we didn't get on because, of course, there was some ice. I encourage anybody to come to Chautauqua. Here on the grounds, the Athenaeum Hotel. This is just 5-star. From soup to nuts, this area has a ton to offer. Hunting, fishing, stuff for the family. I will be back, Craig. I guarantee it.
Well, Jim, you are obviously more than welcome to come back at any time. Also, folks, we've got a little surprise we're going to have, and Jim actually videotaped himself in a Hobie kayak this morning, catching. He said the biggest smallmouth he saw caught all week long. Got to the side of the boat. He literally has his phone in his hand, reeling the fish in. I haven't figured out how he's been able to do this yet. And he was playing TV show host as he was doing this. So make sure you go to Oakridge Outdoors.com. We're going to have that on there, and we're going to have links, and we're going to make sure we get it on our YouTube channel and the Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. So, Jim, thank you very much for coming to Chautauqua.
Hey, I appreciate it. What I wanted to demonstrate with the video this morning is that if somebody comes here to the grounds of Chautauqua, stays at the Athenaeum, you can put in a canoe, you can put in a Hobie kayak, and you can catch fish literally 50 yards from where you're staying. That's just awesome. And big fish.
And big fish, exactly. Cool. All right, Jim, thank you very much. We'll be right back after this short commercial timeout. Hi, folks. Craig Robbins here, the host of Oakridge Outdoors TV. I want to tell you about an exciting new website I came across. It's called backroadsoutdoortv.com. And basically what it is, it's an online channel that you can watch 24/7 from any device, your favorite hunting shows, and a little bit of extra stuff. There's a national sportsman's weather forecast. You have an exciting new program that's called Woman in a Man's World by Monica, Cooking with Cindy, all kinds of different programming on there specifically for sportsmen and sportswomen. We invite you to check it out. backroadsoutdoortv.com. Oakridge Game Calls is one of the premier game call companies in the United States today. Everything at Oakridge Game Call is handmade and made right here in the USA. We want to invite you to go to oakridgegamecalls.com and check out our full line of turkey calls, deer calls, predator calls, some of the most exciting waterfowl calls that you'll see for 2016. Stop by oakridgegamecalls.com or check us out at your local retailer. Well, folks, I tell you what, Jim from Humminbird, he's got a lot of knowledge, and Humminbird has been around for many years. In fact, the first flasher unit I had, we called it a depth finder, they didn't call them fish finders back in the day, was a Humminbird flasher. And I really wish that I would have kept that unit, because there are a lot of times today when I'm guiding on Chautauqua Lake that I could use that flasher just to fine-tune some of the structure that's down there. But what Humminbird has, some of the new products they have on the market, it changes every year. From zooming in, colored, black and white. They've got fish finders that have GPSs on them, a little bit of everything. It's like a mini computer on your fish finder. So if you're looking for a new fish finder, make sure you check out the Humminbird, the full line of Humminbird electronics at your local retailer or at hummingbird.com. We want to thank Jim for stopping by, and I'm glad he enjoyed his visit to Chautauqua County and enjoyed Chautauqua Lake. And folks, remember, take a child hunting or fishing because they are the future of the great outdoors. Well, folks, I'm telling you what, AquaView is absolutely an amazing piece of equipment. And if you haven't had to check one out, have a chance to check one out, make sure you stop by your local retailer or your Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, Gander Mountain, or Field and Stream store, because they have a full line of AquaView cameras and equipment in stock. And having it on the boat and being able to see what's down there, see what kind of structure you're working with, see what kind of fish you've got down there. If you're fishing tournaments, this is the way to go. Even if you're just out fun fishing, I'll tell you what, I've got two on each one of my boats, and my grandkids absolutely love it. They enjoy watching the viewfinder and the AquaView more than they do catching the fish sometimes. They actually are, hey, there's a fish down there, Grandpa, there's a fish coming, and then all of a sudden the bobbers go down and they catch the fish. I know it's kind of a new age of things, but anything to do to keep the grandkids interested in fishing when things are a little slow, AquaView is the way to go. We thank Corey Smith for stopping by Oakridge Outdoors, and we ask you to check all of the AquaView equipment out at your local retailer or online. And folks, remember, take a child hunting or fishing because they are the future of the great outdoors.